Hi everyone and welcome to our Just Love channel. We wanted to share a Valentine's Day message. Valentine's Day is a celebration of love. So this Valentine's message celebrates the love that you are. You are a miracle of love in human form residing on this extremely beautiful and impressive planet we call Earth. We all have that divine spark within, connecting us to all there is. And whether you know it or not, you really are cherished beyond compare. You are perfect. Yes, perfect. And valued.
You are recognised and valued by the divine, God, or whatever name you have ascribed to the ever-loving, omnipresent energy that resides within all of us. And you are recognised and valued by everyone that your life touches. Even if that doesn't appear to be the case, it is without a doubt the truth on a soul level. Your very existence, your empathy, your compassion, even your breath manifests love and healing. Your worth is justified quite simply by the fact that you are here.
So you may be thinking, oh, that sounds really nice and I really do feel uplifted. Maybe I am supposed to be here. Maybe I'm doing okay. The words to the very famous Desiderata poem tells us that we have a right to be here and that the universe is unfolding as it should.
This is how it reads. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should.
Not only is the universe unfolding as it should, we are now living in a time never before known or experienced by humanity. The universe is ever expanding, so these are unprecedented times. We are transforming, we are expanding, and we are moving from fear to love.
Neil Donald Walsh says, we are transforming right now into the grandest version of the greatest vision ever we held about who we are. The Desiderata poem goes on to tell us to be at peace. Amen. To be at peace with God and be at peace with ourselves. So, the Desiderata poem is telling us that all is well, and Neil Donald Walsh is telling us that we are transforming into the grandest version of who and what we could ever have envisioned in our wildest imagination.
Not what the media is telling us. Regardless of where you're getting your news and information from, that's not what it says. Far from it. The opposite, actually. So how could all be well and how could we be about to experience heaven on earth? How could a possible paradise unfold in this current climate of terror and fear?
Well, Neil Donald Walsh answers this question, and he calls it the law of opposites. This is what he says. We are seeing a precise demonstration of the law of opposites, and that tells us that we are on the right track as our species advances in its evolution. He expands on this. Put simply, if they wish to know themselves experientially as being warm, that which is called cold must exist. If they wish to know themselves experientially as being big, that which is called small must exist. What they are not must exist in their awareness if they wish to experience what they choose to be. You can, to use an example, choose to be the light, but you cannot experience that choice in the complete absence of the darkness.
So yes, we've been raised both individually and collectively on competition, conflict and separation. This is what the media reports on. But Neil Donald Walsh very eloquently tells us that still all is well. Because we've been raised on these principles, we have belief systems that support them, and we know either consciously or unconsciously how they're playing out. The question has to be asked here. How's that working out for me? More often than not, it's not that great. And even if it was great in the past, there are stirrings now that things could be different, easier and simpler.
Again, individually and collectively, we are starting to crave love and connection over prestige and power. It would seem that this law of opposites is playing out before our very eyes. So, having a healthy understanding of how we're living our life and having knowledge now as to how all of this plays out, your choice is clear, love or fear.
So the next time you're confronted with fear, however it presents itself, choose to be the light in the darkness. You're more than halfway there. You see it, you hear it, you feel it. So now choose love. See it, hear it, feel it. This is Neale Donald Walsch's law of the opposites. There's always going to be propaganda. There's always going to be a promotion of fear. That's nothing new. Our beautiful planet has experienced this since the beginning of time, for millennia. The Illuminati, the elite, the cabal, the controllers have always been here playing out their own agenda, dumbing us down, keeping us in fear. And yes, it is now ramping up. It's in overdrive.
No one knew about them before, but now it would seem most everybody knows about this secret, not-so-secret society or group of people who claim to rule the world and elicit all this fear. They too are split by polarity, but this does seem to be backfiring though, with opposing lies from both sides becoming clearer as we move into this new energy of love, as we move from 3D consciousness to 5D consciousness. But ultimately, it's up to us, our choice, love or fear.
We are not separate. We are all one. This is our empowerment. We are a divine reflection of all there is. This new energy is raising our awareness to the fact that we do indeed have a choice, and it's a no-brainer. All of this fear-based energy is perpetuated in your own mind. Like attracts like. You've all heard of the law of attraction. What are you focusing on? How is that making you feel?
The Illuminati, or whatever you want to call them, isn't some scary thing that's just recently been revealed to the world. It's been here forever. It's what we know. It's what we've been raised on. It's conflict, separation, competition. It's fear. Now we know there is another way. Let the Illuminati have their game. It's not our business.
In Judy's book, Extraterrestrial Presence on Earth, Lessons in History, she tells us that most created beings have fallen at some stage in their evolution. This is just part of the learning process. And the ones that are the Illuminati, the controllers, the elite, Judy calls them the Reptarians, but regardless of their label, they too have that divine spark within, as well as their role to play out in the scheme of things. And all is playing out in accordance to divine order.
So, are we going to do this with grace and ease, or are we going to remain stuck in judgment and paralysed by fear? The media doesn't report on all the good things that are happening in the world. Their prime agenda is to spread more drama and fear. But rest assured there is goodness, more than ever. The important thing now is to remain conscious of the role we play. Like attracts like, so do we make a significant difference by just being here and being who we truly are, which is love epitomised.
You are supposed to be here and you are okay. Peace be with you. Happy Valentine's Day. If you like this video, please share it with your family and friends and subscribe to this channel. Sending you all so much love and thanks for listening.